I dwell in a motel room. As you can see, it looks like a lot of motel rooms that you maybe have seen if you've seen motel rooms. Actually, this one's a bit nicer than the ones I'm used to. But when you've seen a motel room or a hotel room, you've seen them all. That's part of what's so comforting about them. They are a place away from anywhere, really. It's like neutral territory. It's purgatory. It's not home with all the negative and positive connotations of home. Um, you know, if home is a happy place to you, then it's a then the motel room signifies something happy for you because it means you're away from. Oh, I'm sorry. Then the motel room is unhappy in the sense that it means that you're apart from home, where you would rather be. On the other hand, if home is an unhappy place, then vice versa. But most of the time, home is something between a happy and an unhappy place, and a motel is a sort of respite from home, for good or for ill. I dwell in this motel room, and I see some symbolic significance in this particular motel room in which I dwell on this particular night, because this night is this is the day after my birthday. My birthday was yesterday. I don't try to make a big deal about my birthday, as I don't want it to be like, hey, happy birthday. I don't want to sound like I'm asking everybody to wish me happy birthday. I mean, if you do, then I'm not going to be mad at you or anything. But it's not something that I'm asking for. Um, and anyway, my birthday's over, so you missed your chance if you wanted to wish me happy birthday. I'm just kidding. You can still wish me happy birthday, but but I'm just saying I don't want to be. I don't want this to be about, wow, okay, great, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Andy. Um, this is more about, you know, this is more about not a midlife crisis, not a crisis, really at all. A transition is what I would call it. And I say it's not a midlife crisis because I'm 53 years old. I'm a hell of a lot closer to the end than I am to the beginning. So let's not mince words. It's not mid. There's nothing mid about being 53. Um, I'm closer to death than I am to birth, and I say that not with morbidity, um, though it may sound that way. But I say that because I've this past year, without going into detail, has posed some challenges, as some years do to all of us. I'm not claiming anything special here. But I'm just going to say this, and I know that I already recorded a video that's on my cringe channel about what I, at the time, this was a few months ago, when I was kind of down in the dumps, and I was thinking about what I might do for the rest of my life. And I had certain radical plans or ideas about what I might do. And I think I was maybe not quite on the most even of keels when I recorded that video, but it's still something you can see on my cringe channel if you're really interested. Um, because I'm not ashamed of it, and it did represent how I was thinking and feeling at that particular time, and it's, even though it's kind of, you could say it's kind of cringe, it's not. I suppose it's not cringe enough that I just don't want it to be seen, or that I feel it ought to be removed. But here's what I think right now, as my 53rd birthday comes and goes, and I face another year. I mean, another year of my life, not another calendar year. That's almost 1/12 over now. It's almost the end of January. Uh, so here's what I think, whether you're interested or not, and it's okay if you're not, but maybe you are. Maybe that's why you're watching this. I don't know. I think from here on in, it's all about the writing, 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 writing. Hey, there's my laptop. There's my good old laptop. Um, yeah, I don't have a quaint little typewriter like the Unabomber or Ernest Hemingway. I've got my laptop, and I exclusively use my laptop to write now. I used to write things out longhand and then transcribe them to to the typed draft. But but when you well, this is kind of I don't want to go into too much detail about this. When you turn a certain age, you young whippersnappers will know when this happens to you. When you reach a certain age and you already don't have perfect eyesight, um, you if you're nearsighted, you find that you have to take off your glasses to see what's near you. So that's why I put my glasses up on my forehead, uh, or on my head, or I just take them off if I'm reading something, off of my phone, or if something that's in smaller print, something that's close to my face, because I find that I can't read them anymore with my glasses, and that makes things harder to write. That makes it harder to write things down on a piece of paper and then transcribe it to to the typed format. Um, because I found that I was I was I had written a draft on paper, and now it was like I just had to uh, whereas before I could just keep my glasses on, look at the paper, look back at the the computer screen, and type, transcribe what I had written longhand. Now, I was not able to do that anymore. I had to take my glasses off. I had to squint at it. I had to squint at the computer. Maybe put my glasses back on for the computer, because now the words were a little bit farther away from me, and it was just a big pain and a burden. And so I eventually, like, did. I don't know if this is interesting at all. Sorry if it isn't, but I eventually would record myself reading those passages out loud. And then I would listen to myself reading the passages that I had written, and then transcribe them from ear to to keys on the typewriter, or on the type screen, or the type portion of the computer monitor. Um, and then it was just like, well, why not just type everything on? Why not just do everything on your laptop? And that's what I do now. So, it's all about writing for me. I have decided now. Am at age 53, am I at a place where I'd like to be writing wise? I'm proud of a lot of the things that I've written. I'm happy with the niche, let's say, success that I've had. But if I were if I were to claim that I was satisfied with my my writing career, as it were, I would be lying. And I think as I sit here in this motel room, thinking about, like, this is sort of my uh, a place to go that's neutral territory, thinking about where to go, where things are going to go from here when I check out of the motel room tomorrow and head back into my normal routine. You know, I'm going to be working. Of course, you have to work. You have to work. You have to make dough. You have to get by. Unless you're independently wealthy, which I'm not at this point. Um, so I'm going to keep working, but the work that I do is just a means to an end. The means to the end is the writing. Okay? The end is the writing. And writing is what it's all about from here on out. You ask, but Noiki, what about in your twilight years? Would you think about taking on if a woman entered the picture? Would you think about marrying again? Would you think about taking on a wife? No, I don't think so. I mean, never say never, but no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I've done my bit as far as that goes. Plus, there's a little bit of trouble because I'm Catholic, and I think my marriage was valid. I think my first marriage was valid, and so then that would create a crisis. If I were to marry again, I would have to see to it that my first marriage would get annulled, and I don't think I would feel right about doing that. So I'm just putting it all out there. I'm not usually I don't usually get this personal, so I hope you all are relishing this and enjoying it and basking in it. So it would either be that or live in an irregular marriage, which would present a problem because even though I'm not supremely devout, I am observant, and I do want to follow the dictates of my faith. So there you go. No women. Not from not from here on in. You know what? When I think of a woman, I'm going to think of this little contraption. This is my woman. This is the one to whom I will give all my love. Well, not all my love, because I do have loved ones who are human, who I will give my love to. But I will what I'll do is I'll sublimate the marital imperative, and my writing is my wife right now. It's my wife and it's my life. There you go. So just some bit of meditation here, some meditative thoughts on my 53rd birthday. Thanks for watching. If you watched this to the end, boy, I appreciate you. Take care. Talk to y'all soon.